What do you want to be known for? It's a simple question, although it's one that you'll probably spend a lot of time thinking about and might even drive you mad. This is something that I recently went through several times, so I wanted to share my thoughts about choosing your niche or the type of content that you want to create and the steps that I went through to get there. But first, here's a little background. And now for a bigger one. I've had a YouTube channel for about 2.5 years. Pretty sure I released my first video back in February of 2018. For the longest time I was completely unfocused. I was creating the most random content. I didn't really understand the purpose behind having a specific focus or a specific niche on YouTube. I saw what other YouTube creators were making and I liked it, so I thought that I would try it. Unfortunately, my growth was a reflection of that. What I didn't realize was that I had 27 subscribers. Some of the YouTubers that I was watching had thousands, if not millions of subscribers. They have an audience so large, they could seriously just upload a video and their video would get watched just because it was up. Look at it this way, if you spit in Boston Harbor, are people in England going to notice? Well, if it's tea, probably. No, of course not. These guys are making waves and you're barely making ripples. The truth is that I never really knew what I wanted to focus on. I knew that I wanted to be funny, so I focused on creating comedy. I shouldn't have quit my day job, which, by the way, if you know someone who's hiring, then I thought I'd love to travel and try new things. Nope. Then after I spent a year fixing my credit score and getting good with money, I thought, well, maybe I'll try this. It lasted one video. I was stuck. After 2 years, I still didn't know what I wanted to build my channel on. All I knew was that I wanted to create. I needed a niche. I needed to limit myself. I hate boxing myself in. It's the same reason that I have a million notebooks and I have a hard time writing my ideas down. I feel like once I write one thing down, that it's going to limit the possibilities of that notebook and limit the creativity, when in fact it's literally limiting me. It's stopping me from achieving what it is that I'm trying to do. In fact, Tara got me this for my birthday. I love it, I really do. This is an amazing gift. And yet, I'm still trying to figure out what to put in it. Struggle's real. I decided that I needed to narrow down my focus and figure out what type of content that I was going to create. I didn't know where to begin though. I searched everywhere. Google, YouTube. Everything that I saw seemed to suggest the same exact things. Step number 1, write down questions. Step number 2, answer those questions. Step number 3, find the common denominator. Step number 4, you have your niche. It seems so simple. If you're like me, you're looking around at everyone else who's moving through this really quickly, and you're asking yourself, like, what? How? I guess we're just late bloomers. Suddenly my brain was flooded with so many different questions. I was really overwhelmed. I spent so many weeks thinking about this. It seemed like a lot to commit to. What I learned along the way, though, is that you're not marrying your niche. You can change it at any time. So, in effect, it's actually better than marriage. Just kidding. I really did need to answer these questions though. So let's answer those questions. What is your why? A few years ago, Amazon suggested a book to me, Start With Why by Simon Sinek, which the title just caught me. It sounds so intriguing. I'll leave a link to it down in the description. But what the book suggests is that a lot of businesses, they focus on the how or the what, but not the why, not the actual reason behind having the product. It's kind of the same thing as focusing on features tell, benefits sell. Nobody cares that your iPhone can start your car or do all these different things. What problem does it solve for other people? What is the why that you're getting into it? What is the purpose behind it? When I was in sales, this is something that we would constantly focus on. At the beginning of every day, I would write down my whys because this would keep me focused and make sure that I didn't lose sight of what it was that I was trying to achieve. Especially because sometimes you would have a really bad day, sometimes you would have a great day, but what is it that you're working towards? And why do you want it? The why for me was helping out my family and building an empire. More importantly, being able to help out other people I think it's important to help others, and that's something that I'm really passionate about. So the next question is, what are you good at? Well, here's a shorter question. What am I not good at? All right, I need to take this a little bit more seriously. Figuring this out is going to help you to avoid struggling to come up with ideas later on and wasting time. Next question, what are you passionate about, or what do you like to do? For me, traveling and trying new things, YouTube, acting, business, creating things. I love that. Like, for me, 100% creating things. Love creating stuff. But I feel like everything that has to do with this is creativity, and that's literally what led me to where I am. What can you talk about for hours without losing interest? There are some conversations that I get into that I just have zero interest being in that conversation. I don't know, let me know if you're the same way, but some things are just boring. Some conversations bore me. So I think the biggest thing that stands out right now is just like creating and business and how to manage others. What's profitable? This is a tricky question. It is, because especially if you're just starting out, you don't know what's profitable. Not at least until you try. So really just taking it one step at a time. And best thing that you can do in this case is to research it. I mean, there's many different ways to make money off of YouTube or creating content. It's worth diving into, but initially when you're trying to come up with a list, you're probably not going to know the answer to this. Technology, that's a very profitable niche, especially if you start to get into reviews and, you know, companies will start to send you free things. I mean, obviously not for a while, but you know, it's something that can be profitable. None of this is going to make you an overnight success. You just have to take it one day at a time. Who are you trying to reach? Figure out who your target audience is. You know, are you aiming towards Gen Z or millennials, or are you aiming towards an older crowd? Are you focusing on women, or are you focusing on men? I'm focused on helping out creative entrepreneurs. That could be somebody who's 50 years old, that could be somebody who's 25 years old. What do you want to be known for? That question completely blew up everything that I had written down on my list. Like, yeah. Such a hard question. I mean, you could get super, super deep with this particular question, and this is the one thing that I like dwelled over for an entire week. Like, what the hell? There's nobody out there who's like a Renaissance man who's good at absolutely everything that anybody knows about or anybody even cares about. You need to have one thing that people are gonna know you for, and maybe they might know you for something else further on down the line. I needed to take it one step at a time. Let me know if you're the same way as me, but I get bored pretty easily, and I did not want to start something that in the end I wasn't gonna finish, you know, because it's the end. And that's typically where you finish things. I know myself better than anyone else though, and I'm sure you know yourself better than anyone else too. Finally, it came to me. I was gonna start broad and then narrow down as time went on. It seemed so simple, and it made sense too. This was going to allow me to narrow down to exactly what it was that I wanted to create. It might even evolve into something completely different. I had it in me. I was gonna take all of the skills that I collected over the years, and I was gonna help creative entrepreneurs. And I'm still gonna help creative entrepreneurs because now I'm in the present. Although, when you're watching this, it will have been the past, but it'll be the present for you. So, you know, try and keep up. Maybe you're in the same situation that I was in. What I didn't realize at the time is that I didn't need a niche. You need a message and you need an audience to direct it towards. And in the end, your niche will find you. It kind of sounds like a Chuck Norris joke, except, you know, it's real. What do you want to be known for? Smash that like button if you got value out of this. Share this with a friend if you think it's gonna help. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell so you get notified when I come out with my next video. And until next time, I'll catch you later.